Everybody power walking fast, eyes glued to another task. Morning trains and crowded streets, moving like a restless beat. Meanwhile, I just slow my pace, coffee warming up my hands, watching sunlight hit the glass like the whole city exhaled. Maybe life feels lighter when you stop treating every day like a race. No rush out in my heart, no pressure tear me apart. Let the whole world move too fast. I don't need to live like that. Yeah. Every spring breeze through the street feels enough from me this week. Maybe peace is learning how to enjoy where I am now. Yeah. Used to think success meant never slowing down. Late nights burned out, always running downtown. Everybody online, flexing, rise and grind. While I slowly lost my own state of mind. Now I'm sitting by the window on a train, watching cherry blossoms falling in the rain. And honestly, this moment feels more real than half the things I thought I had to achieve. Tiny flowers by the curb, music dripping from the bars, people laughing in the park while the skyline glows at dark. And suddenly I realize maybe I've been too hard on life, trying to force every next step instead of just breathing through it. Maybe confidence is trusting you don't have to hurry to become somebody. No rush out in my heart, spring light glowing through the dark. Every fear I used to chase feels softer these days. And even if I'm not there yet, I'm proud I haven't given in, because somewhere beneath the noise I finally hear my own voice. The traffic kept moving through downtown, but my mind stayed quiet for once. Late wake up, sunlight on the floor, no alarm ringing anymore. Coffee steaming by the sink, and for once I don't overthink. Outside taxis move too fast, but today I let them pass. Spring air drifting through the blinds, like the city finally softened overnight. Maybe I don't need to run every second of my life. Mornings taste better off the clock. No pressure hanging in my thoughts. Every little thing feels new when the day belongs to you. No emails, no rushing trains, just soft light and window panes. For a little while I breathe, like I'm exactly where I need to be. Yeah. Phone still buzzing, but I leave it face down. Whole city moving like a race downtown. Everybody chasing validation somehow. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to slow it all down. Coffee shop, jazz, and the streets still wet. Thinking maybe this is what I used to forget. That life ain't only deadlines and stress. Sometimes peace is doing less and feeling blessed. Mornings taste better off the clock. Spring wind running through the block. Every worry fades away, just enough for me today. And maybe nothing really changed, still the whole world feels different, because for once instead of surviving, I actually feel alive in it. The coffee went cold beside me, but the morning stayed warm, 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 warm. don't. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Curtains glow in pale gold light. Coffee brewing somewhere close. Yeah. Your jacket hanging by the chair, like proof the night was really real. Yeah. Outside, buses start to move, people stepping into work. Meanwhile, we stay half awake, wrapped inside the slow morning. Funny how the nights you wish would last forever, always in the softest way. The morning we didn't want to end, spring light falling across your skin. Every little sleepy smile made the whole world feel alright. Yeah, yeah. No dramatic goodbye scene, no promises we couldn't keep. Just two tired hearts wishing time would stay still a little longer. Yeah, yeah. Sunrise hitting through the apartment blinds, your head resting easy against mine. Whole city waking up downstairs, but honestly I don't even care. Phone buzzing somewhere on the floor, real life waiting outside the door. Still for one quiet hour or two, nothing matter more than you. And maybe that's enough sometimes, not forever, just one perfect night. One memory warm enough to hold when the world outside gets cold. Yeah. You kept tracing shapes on my arm, talking softly about nothing. Yeah. And somehow those random words felt more honest than big speeches. Coffee, steam, and rainbow sheets, taxi sounds beneath the street. Everything's so ordinary, still too beautiful to leave. Maybe love is simply this, wanting the moment to stay a little more. The morning we didn't want to end, skyline fading into spring again. Every second passing slow felt too good to let go. And even after you walked out, the room still carried your warmth around, like part of the night stayed behind inside the silence you left in mine. Yeah, the door closed softly after sunrise, and the apartment never felt quite the same again. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Clock hits 12, the city shifts, daytime pressure slowly slips. Office lights go dark downtown, while the real ones still stay out. I walk slower through the streets, headphones low against the breeze. And for once inside my head, everything feels honest again. Maybe daylight makes us perform, and nighttime lets us become ourselves. Maybe life starts after midnight, when the skyline turns electric blue. Yeah. Every thought I hide all day finally comes into view. Yeah. No fake smiles, no polished lines, just tired hearts beneath the lights, trying to figure out what matters before the morning scatters us again. Cold air, late train, city glowing through the rain haze. Soft neon sign, deep talk, new truths. Everything feels more real. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whole world sleeping when my mind wakes up. Yeah. Walking downtown trying to clear this stuff. Everybody wants success real fast, but nobody talks about how hard it lasts. Some nights I feel lost in the noise, scrolling through other people's perfect lives. Then I look around at the streets tonight and realize everybody's improvising life. Maybe that's why midnight feels so kind. No expectations, no need to hide, just spring wind and the sound of trains, reminding me I don't gotta have it all explained. Tiny diner still awake, taxi reflections on the lake. Couple smoking outside bars, like they're starring in old films. And somehow beneath the dark I feel closer to my heart. we only have with ourselves at night. Maybe life starts after midnight, when the noise fades into skyline lights. Every fear I carried here feels softer in the atmosphere. And even if tomorrow hurts, I know I'll survive it too. Because somewhere inside this spring night, I remembered who I am again. Yeah. The first bird started singing above downtown, and suddenly the night didn't feel lonely anymore. Yeah. Brain just now. Rain just stopped across the block, taxi lights reflecting gold, sneakers splashing through the street like the whole night's half asleep. You kept laughing at the rain, hair still dripping on your face. Meanwhile downtown smelled like spring mixed with coffee and concrete. Funny how the city changes right after the storm passes. Spring sneakers on wet pavement, late night colors in the rain mist. Every little puddle glow feels cinematic below. No pressure hanging in my chest, no need trying to impress. Just cold air and downtown lights making ordinary nights feel bright. Yeah. Jeans soaked through, but we still kept walking. Whole avenue alive with people talking, music leaking from the bars on the corner, while the skyline shimmered through the water. You grabbed my sleeve at the crosswalk light, said don't rush, the train comes all night. And honestly that tiny line made the whole evening slow down inside my mind. Street musicians by the train, playing jazz against the rain. People dancing under signs like nobody cared about time. And somehow all my stress this week started fading quietly, like the city washed it off into the gutters with the storm. Maybe happiness looks like this, small moments nobody plans for. Spring sneakers on wet pavement, neon shining through the rain again. Every passing car below looks softer, moving slow. And years from now I know I'll miss this exact version of the city. The rain, your laugh, the glowing streets, and how alive we felt in them. The puddles dry beneath the sunrise, but the night stayed bright in my memory. Rain just died. The sunrise slowly filled the apartment walls, and suddenly the future didn't feel so far away. Tiny kitchen, 1 a.m. Take-out boxes by the sink, laptop glowing in the dark while I rethink everything. Everybody seems ahead, buying houses, getting married. Meanwhile, I'm still chasing dreams that don't even fully make sense yet. Some nights confidence feels easy, some nights it completely disappears. 20-something is still dreaming, still awake and still believing. Every wrong turn on the way didn't take my hope away. No, my life's not figured out, still I'm learning what I'm about. Maybe growing takes more time than everybody says online. Late call, spring rain, city buzzing through the window. Dim blue light, slow hold, still trying not to let go. Yeah. Everybody acting like they got a blueprint, 5-year plans and perfectly curated movements. Meanwhile, I'm just trying not to lose myself inside the pressure of becoming someone else. Scrolling through success at 2 a.m. thinking maybe I should already be there. But honestly, I'm proud I still dream big, even after every bad thing. Cause maybe being young ain't about age. Maybe it's still believing things can change. Still writing plans inside a notebook page. Still thinking life could surprise me one day. Spring wind drifting through the fire escape. Music leaking from the neighbors late. And somehow the whole city feels like it's whispering, keep going softly. Maybe I don't need to know exactly how this story goes. Right now it's enough to try and stay hopeful while I'm alive. Maybe the people who keep dreaming are already doing better than they think. 20-something is still dreaming, still becoming, still healing. Every lonely year before only made me want life more. And even if the road feels long, I'm proud I kept moving on. Because somewhere inside this spring, I started believing in myself again. The sunrise slowly filled the apartment walls, and suddenly the future didn't feel so far away. Hey, hey. The skyline. The skyline fitted it. Yeah, city lights across the glass, silver rivers, yellow cabs. You lean closer by the edge, hair dancing in the midnight wind. Everybody far below, look tiny in the moving glow. Meanwhile, time slowed down with you, like the skyline knew the truth. Funny how uncertain look can make the future feel real for a second. Skyline reflections in your eyes, neon stars against the night. Every building shining blue feels soft standing next to you. No perfect plans, no guarantees. Still you make me wanna believe that maybe love is just this feeling of not being scared of tomorrow. Yeah, of not being scared of tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Oh, whole rooftop humming with the bassline low. Spring air running through your denim coat. Everybody posting pictures about the view. Meanwhile, I'm just getting lost in you. You talking about the places we might go. Tiny apartment, maybe cats, maybe Tokyo. And honestly, the way you said someday made the future feel less far away. Music floating through the dark, late trains rattling through the park. You kept tracing shapes and fog on the cold glass with your hands. And somehow all the stress I had earlier this week dissolved, like the city carried it away into the river past downtown. Maybe hope arrives quietly in conversations above the skyline. Skyline reflections in your eyes, spring wind underneath the lights. Every dream I used to fear feels closer with you here. And even if we lose our way, I'll still remember this rooftop, the night the city glowed below, and the future finally felt beautiful. The skyline faded into early dawn, but your eyes stayed bright in my head. Yeah, headphones on across the train, bassline running through my brain. Then you laughed beside my seat, and somehow drowned out everything. Window lights blurred into gold, people silent in their phones. But your voice cut through the noise like the clearest thing tonight. Funny how one little sound can change the whole mood of a city. Your laughing stereo sound still follows me around downtown. Every late night avenue feels warmer when it leads to you. No perfect words, no grand romance, just tiny moments by chance. Still somehow they hit my heart harder than the music does. Yeah, yeah. Whole train packed, but it felt just us. She laughing while the wheels kept shaking underneath us. Everybody tired from another long day. Meanwhile, you made the whole mood change. Spring rain dripping off the station roof. Your smile glowing in the fluorescent blue. And honestly, I barely remember the song, cause your voice kept pulling me along. Coffee cups and wrinkled sleeves, tiny scars beneath your rings. You kept talking way too fast, like your thoughts outran the tracks. And maybe that's the reason why you stay running through my mind, even after you got off at some stop downtown. Maybe attraction sounds like this, a laugh replaying after midnight. Your laughing stereo sound echoing through the underground. Every memory tied to it still feels bright inside my chest. And years from now I know I'll miss this exact version of Spring Train. The lights, your messy laughing, how alive it made me feel. But the doors closed before I said goodbye. But your laugh stayed playing in my headphones all night. The plane blows, I blow. The plane blows. The plane blows. Open windows, neon signs, people smoking outside bars, music leaking through the block like the whole street's wide awake. You were walking half a step ahead of me through the crowd, hair flying in the warm wind, like you belong to the night. Something about downtown spring makes everybody feel a little younger. Spring wind on Ludlow Street, late night rhythm underneath every passing taxi light. Feels electric tonight, no pressure hanging over us, no future conversations yet, just warm air in downtown noise, and your hand brushing mine. Yeah. midnight and the city still loud. Sneakers hitting pavement while the bass shakes the ground. Everybody dressed like they got something to prove. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to stay here with you. Cheap cigarettes and cherry blossom air, street lights reflecting off your silver earrings. And honestly, I don't remember the last time life felt this easy for a night. Tiny pizza spot still open, people laughing by the curb. Someone skating through the crosswalk like they're starring in a film. And somehow all the stress I had earlier this week disappears, like the city took it all and scattered it into the spring air. Maybe freedom isn't leaving everything behind. Maybe it's moments like this. Spring wind on Ludlow Street, music echoing through me. Every rooftop, every laugh feels too beautiful to last. And even if tomorrow comes with crowded trains and deadlines, I'll still remember how alive this little night made me feel inside. The wind carried music down the avenue long after we disappeared into the crowd. Tiny diner, 2:30. Coffee rings and tired eyes. Outside yellow traffic lights, blinking slowly through the rain. You kept talking with your hands, like your thoughts moved way too fast. and somehow I didn't mind losing track of space and time. Funny how the deepest talks always happen after midnight. We talked until the subway opened, until the sky turned silver blue. Every story that you told me made me feel closer to you. No pretending to look cool, no rehearsed mysterious moves, just two restless people trying to make sense of growing up. Yeah, the waitress stacking chairs in the corner while we kept talking like the night getting shorter, about old heartbreaks, bad jobs, fear, and how nobody really knows why they're here. You laughed and said maybe that's the point, then took another sip while the train tracks groaned. And honestly that line stayed with me more than anything I heard all week. Sunrise leaking through the glass, people starting morning shifts while we sat there half awake like we existed outside the clock. Funny how one random night can rearrange your whole mind. Now every early morning train feels softer when I hear your name. Maybe connection isn't dramatic, maybe it's just staying when nobody has to. We talked until the subway opened, spring light falling through the station. Every little word between us still echoes in my chest. And years from now I know I miss this exact version of the city. The rain, the coffee, your tired smile, and the feeling of not wanting the night to end. The first train pulled into the platform, and neither of us moved for a second. Sunlight cutting through the blocks, landing gold across the crosswalks. Everybody rushing by, still half asleep inside their lives. Meanwhile I slow down a bit, coffee warming up my wrist, and suddenly the air feels clear, like I actually want to be here. Maybe healing doesn't happen all at once, maybe it begins in mornings like this. Sunlight between tall buildings, breaking through the way I've been feeling. Every shadow underneath looks smaller in the spring breeze. No, I don't have it all worked out, still I'm less afraid right now, because for the first time in a while the future doesn't look so dark tonight. Yeah, 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 yeah. Used to walk these streets with my head low, thinking everybody else has somewhere better to go, comparing my life to the people online like I was somehow already behind. But maybe growing ain't a race after all, maybe everybody's scared beneath it all, and maybe confidence is learning to stand without needing every answer in your hands. Flowers stands beside the train, rainwater drying after yesterday, music drifting from a car, turning ordinary into art. Funny how the smallest scenes can wake forgotten parts of me, like the city's telling me I still got time to become something. Maybe I was never really lost, just too busy trying to hide. Sunlight between tall buildings, soft gold falling through the city. Every fear I carry here feels lighter in the atmosphere. And even if tomorrow's hard, I know I won't fall apart, because somewhere inside the spring I started believing in myself again. The light disappeared behind the skyline, but it stayed glowing inside me. Told my tie off in the cab, threw my work bag in the back. Black Friday, glowing through the glass like the whole week finally cracked. Friends already at the bar, laughing loud beneath the stars. Music spilling down the stairs, spring wind moving through the air. Maybe nights like this exist to remind us life is bigger than work. No suits, no stress tonight, no acting like we're doing fine. Let the whole world keep its noise, we're too busy feeling alive. Every rooftop, every drink pulls me out the overthinking. For a little while at least I can finally feel free. Yeah, yeah. All week stuck inside a screen glow, fake smiles and meetings moving too slow. Everybody talking money and goals, while my soul kept begging me to let go. Now the skyline shining blue and gold, good friends yelling over old school songs. And honestly this feels more real than anything I did all week at work. Someone dancing on a chair, taxi lights cut through the air. You walked in wearing leather boots, like the city moved with you. Suddenly the stress feels small, like it never mattered at all. Funny how one spring night out can rearrange your whole mood somehow. Maybe freedom sounds like this, music echoing across downtown roofs. No suits, no stress tonight, just neon burning through the night. Every laugh across the room feels brighter than the months before. And maybe Monday comes too fast, still I know this feeling lasts, because somewhere underneath this life I remember who I am tonight. The rooftop empty near sunrise, but nobody wanted to go home yet. Old brick building, narrow street, your sneakers tapping next to me. Corner store light flickering gold, spring wind cutting through the cold. You lean closer at the light, hair falling across your eyes. And suddenly the whole downtown felt quieter somehow. Maybe love starts small, like moments nobody plans at all. Soft kisses under fire escapes, midnight echoing through the rain. Every little breath you take feels stuck inside my brain. No big movie scene tonight, just your lips beneath the light. Still somehow the whole world changed, standing there outside your place. Yeah. 2 a.m. and the city still breathing, your hand in mine, got my chest overheating. Everybody inside still drinking and screaming. Meanwhile we got our own little world this evening. Oh, graffiti, wet pavement glow, taxi lights reflecting off your coat. And honestly I don't even need much more than this quiet moment outside your door. Music leaking from upstairs, someone laughing somewhere near. But all I really notice now is your heartbeat through the sound. Funny how one tiny kiss can turn chaos into this. Like every stress I carried in melted somewhere in the spring wind. Maybe happiness looks like this, messy nights and accidental intimacy. Soft kisses under fire escapes, pink sky waiting past the rain. Every second stretched so slow, like neither of us wanted to go. And years from now I know I'll miss how alive this moment felt. Young enough to stand outside and fall in love beneath downtown lights. The train rattled underneath the street. I barely heard anything except you.